A 2021 study found that only 55% of Indian MBA holders are employable. What is your opinion on the current management education landscape in India?
Yeah, so I would say back in our school, we have 97% placement, and last 3 years, we always consistently had more than 95%. So I would say the major factors which can be attributed to this could be: one, a strong theoretical foundation; second, strong practical exposure; third, strong research orientation. When I say strong practical exposure, they have live projects, they have hands-on experiences in part of many consultancy projects, they have summer projects, internships. So wherever possible, we are trying to give them to develop the managerial competencies. When I say managerial competencies, it could be in terms of attitude, skill, and knowledge. So wherever possible, if we are able to provide these competencies, then I am sure the students will be really employable.
Increasing cost of education is a major concern for students, with the average course fees of MBA programs ranging from 10 to 23 lakhs. How do you view the ROI for 2-year full-time MBA programs in India?
Yeah, so let me take the example of Rajagiri. Rajagiri, the fees is only 5 lakhs for the 4-semester 2-year MBA program. Okay. And our median salary is 6 lakhs per annum. So if you ask me the return on investment, it is less than a year. Whereas IIMs also, I would say, even though they charge maybe around 10 to 23 lakhs, now all of them get a return on investment within 1 year. So in spite of the cost going up or getting escalated, the return on investments is maybe around 1 year, I would say, in India. Only thing is, where placement is very less and the private schools charge very high, probably the return on investment is quite more, where I would say that is because of the lack of competency the students are able to acquire during their 2 years of business school education.
Reputed educational institutions and popular online learning platforms are starting to roll out new and innovative online and hybrid MBA programs. How are conventional MBA institutions impacted by this?
So, as I mentioned before, yes, providing online MBA, providing blended form of MBA is a challenge for conventional MBAs, I do admit. But the differentiator lies in how we are able to enhance the competencies in terms of attitude, skills, and knowledge for these MBAs. Especially with regard to attitude and skill, the offline MBA has an edge over online and blended form of MBA. So that is where the differentiator is. For example, in conventional MBA like Rajagiri, we have many immersive learning process. For example, all our students are taken for a rural sensitization camp. That is, they'll be taken to a remote village for 1 week, and they are given minimum resources for them to live with. First time they experience, 7 days without their phone, without internet, with the frugal living, then doing development projects for the community, for the rural folk, rural village. So that itself is a great learning which they never forget. That's one aspect. Second aspect of experiential learning we provided something called Vanavasam, where students are again taken to remote areas in the woods for 3 days, where they do a self-introspection and reflection process, like based on the Johari window method. Now we follow that, what we know about ourselves, what others know, what we don't know, and what others know. So that experience is done with the help of the friends, and that helps us to enhance the self-consciousness. That is another experience learning which we cannot do online. Another is we have something called outbound training program, where all our students are sent for corporate setting, where we have team building, leadership, these kind of many outbound exercises. That's also for 3 days. So these are all various kind of experiential learning that we provide in conventional MBA. Other than that, we also help the students to conduct management fest, where the principles of management uh, and the various management competencies they are able to exhibit in organizing events. Like we organize Inflow, our flagship management fest. We organize Rajagiri National Business Quiz, which is the best quizzing event in the whole country after Tata Crucible. So these are all the students are able to do hands-on. Then all our students are part of different clubs. So we have kept apart Tuesday afternoon for these clubs where they take hands-on activities. So these are experiential learning which differentiate no the offline students with online students.
Institutions are exploring the opportunities offered by experiential learning. In your opinion, how has experiential learning improved MBA education in India, and what are the unique benefits it offers to the learners?
Yeah, so experiential learning is helping our students to acquire these managerial competencies in a big way. Because once they do, now they will not forget, they'll be able to apply in different contexts, and that's what we help them do. So what we are trying to do is experiential learning, for example, case study discussions and participation in class. We are using case studies of Ivy League, Harvard, European case clearing houses, IIMs, and our own case studies of Indian settings. So these are all giving different exposure of the inputs from different diverse group of students back in the class as well as the hostel. So that is going to help them to enhance their mindset and broaden their mindset. That's one. Number two, we have a tie-up with Harvard Business School Press in simulation. We also have tie-up with SISM. SISM is an international simulation group. We are the center of excellence in SISM simulation. Again, other than case study, when we have simulations used for different courses across this 2 years program, again, we make the students involved. Third is we have group discussions. We have fishbowl exercises. We have debate, discussion. So all these are helping the students to experience the day-to-day happenings in the world and discuss and debate and see how it impacts various industrial sectors, how it is going to impact their decision as a manager in different sectors.
MBA programs in India still focus more on theoretical aspects, and offering real-world exposure to the learners is a challenge. How do you see educators tackling this issue and bridging the skills gap?
Yeah, so this is a perennial problem experienced by many B schools, especially I would say tier 3 and below. I would say if those schools are not able to provide experiential learning, then they will be fading away in the years to come, because tier 1 and tier 2 schools are enhancing their capacity and enrollment. So definitely they will be eroding their market share of tier 3 and below schools, especially those students will be trying to aspire to move up to tier 2, and tier 2 students to move up to tier 1 as and when the enrollments in the tier 1 and tier 2 business school goes up. I would say if tier 3 and below schools do not offer opportunities for live projects, internships, and various experiential learning, then there is no meaning in getting an MBA degree. We can just frame that degree and put it on the wall. Now, we will not be able to acquire the managerial competencies. Unless until we acquire the managerial competencies, you will not be employable and you will not be hired by any corporate for employment. We help so many tier 3 and tier below schools, especially by providing faculty development programs, how to use case study, how to use simulations, how to use various learner-centric methods in these schools. And we also help them even to get live projects and be part of consultancy and being associating with them to corporate, especially of the faculty. And if the capacity of the faculty goes up, definitely the students in these schools also will benefit a lot, and hence will help them to enhance the managerial competency. For example, we have a very beautiful, unique practice, something called Assessment and Development Center back in Rajagiri, to develop the managerial competency of a student. The as soon as the students come and join the campus in the first year, maybe after 1 year of the first year, we have first month we have something called a pre-management program. As soon as they land, we conduct a test on statistics, test on case study, test on accounting, and based on this marks they obtain this, we will categorize them into homogeneous groups, and we will be giving intensive training so that irrespective of the background on which they from which the students come, probably we can put them all on the same page. This is going to help the students to understand the theoretical lessons right from the beginning. That's one. Number two was we still have something called Assessment and Development Center. After 1 month of their experience in our school, we have HR experts from Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, Chennai. They come and assess all our first year management students based on a set of graduate attributes, which are the managerial competencies. So they will give a feedback to each of the student, what is the level of each student in each of the managerial competencies. And what we do is all the subsequent interventions, both internal and external interventions, ensure that they grow up in each of these managerial competencies. And at the end of the second year, now we do again an assessment and development center so that we know how far these 2 years of these management education has helped them to improve the managerial competencies, which help them to be employable.
Entrepreneurship is growing in popularity in India every year. In your opinion, what is the role played by an incubation center within the campus to nurture future entrepreneurs?
Yeah, so the having incubation center in the campuses is very trending now. So we had our incubation center called Lay Cocoon way back 8 years before. We have tied up with Kerala State Industrial Development Corporation, KSIDC, which is a state-owned enterprise, and they have given the initial funding to set up an incubation center. I would say by now we have around 14 incubators in the incubation center, and I am proud to say that one of the incubation centers is called BizEssence, which is into educational software, basically having a huge market in Middle East. Their turnover has crossed 1 crore. They started with two of our students from MBA and PGDM. Later, this incubator that firm growth, and now they have 30 employees and turnover crossed 1 crore. So we asked them to move out of a space because they have fairly become stable. They moved to an info park close nearby, and they are doing extremely well. I've just given one example. Another incubation is about 2 students of, again, our management program started ad agency, and a Kiwi Ads it is called. So they are doing great work, especially one of their works which is done for Kerala tourism, especially on blog of Kerala tourism. They got state level award for their advertisement. What a tourist can do while in Kerala. So we have a diverse incubation, and I would say our faculty members handhold them, and most of them are doing well. One of the another incubation incubatee called True Code, which was a market research company, they were doing well. It was taken over by a bigger company. So I would say giving an environment for incubation, especially an opportunity for them to discuss ideas, share ideas among the friends, discuss and debate, then seek the help of faculty mentors, then floating that idea, having a certificate of incorporation. All these are going to help these incubators to come up, and I would say the best way. Government of India as well as various state governments, including Government of Kerala, is encouraging this in a big way. We have close tie-up with Technopark, Infopark, Startup Village, Maker Village. Now we take our students for the various competitions. The experts come and address our competitions. We help these students come out with business plan competitions within. They also take part in business plan competition outside. All these are going to shape entrepreneurs from our students. So I think this is a beautiful idea by the government to promote incubation centers in various education institutions.